Peace and love, family. Peace and love. I hope that you all are having an amazing day because I am. Despite whatever may be happening, whatever challenges you may be going through, I hope that you are managing, and I hope that you're being intentional, and I hope that you're listening to your mind, your body, and your spirit to get to that place. Okay. Before I start this video, first of all, I woke up from a refreshing nap. Top notch. Good nap, okay? And I wanted to do this earlier, but sometimes you just have to listen to your body. And I know, had I hopped on here earlier, it probably would have been a little bit more challenging to do, maybe, or maybe I wouldn't have brought the energy that I wanted to bring. So I said, let me go get this nap in. And that's what I did. And I was listening to the rain and was just kind of just sitting with myself for a moment and, praying. Matter of fact, all praise is due to the Most High. All praise is due to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Okay? Look, this video is about get to work. I don't know why this title. Sometimes when I get these titles, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to say? So the title of this video, of this message, is to get to work. It is time to get to work on you. It is time to get to work on whatever you're needing to create. It's time to get the juices flowing on doing things particularly for you that you like. It's time to cut out the what ifs. It's time to cut out the questions. It's time to cut out anything that may be hindering you from going towards your dreams. There's a lot of people stuck in their lives. There's a lot of people stuck in relationships. There's a lot of people just period stuck. And so if you're feeling stuck and you feel like there is nothing else that you could do to fix the situation that you're in, it is time to get to work. You hear me? It is time to figure out what your needs are, what your wants are, what your dreams are. What are your visions that you're not listening to? What are the visions that you're getting? What are the dreams that you are getting that you are afraid to push out of, or push out of you? What are those things? Because that is probably number 2 on my list as far as finding yourself, getting to that self-realization, is listening to your inner thoughts, listening to your dreams, listening to your feelings, and actually operating off of those alone instead of operating off of things that surround you outside of yourself. The focus is to bring it in. Bring the focus in and less focus outside. If you are being controlled by the environment that you're in, if you're being controlled, and this is in a negative way, in which you shouldn't be controlled by anything outside of yourself anyway, but especially if you're being controlled in a negative way, you need to get to freaking work. Work on yourself. Get to work on yourself. Get to finding out the things that you need to do in order to get out of your stuck situation, out of the binds that you're in, out of the bondage that you're in. It's time for you to break out of those. First thing you need to do is take a look at your surroundings. I talk about that all the time. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at how you look at the things that's in your life. Take note of that. If the outlook you have on what you see in your life is negative, if you're complaining, if you are afraid, if you're living in fear, if you're anxious, you need to take a look at what you see out there and try to figure out what you need to change. And a lot of times that just involves taking a step back, silencing yourself for a little bit, lessen the response to other people, because right now it is time to get to work on you. What is your environment like? How do you feel about your environment? What emotions does your environment bring out? Does it bring the best out of you? Do your environment bring the best emotions out of you? Are you finding yourself like pulling yourself to do things because you don't really want to do them? It is time to get to work on you. If that is what your life is looking like, it is time to finally say yes to whatever the hell it is that you want. It is time to stop living other people's dreams. It is time to stop saying what other people want you to say. It is time to stop. Just stop if it's not what your heart desires. It is time for you to get to work. It is time for you to break a sweat with yourself. You're putting all your energy towards other things that is not for you. You're probably doing other people's work. You're getting other people through their issues. That's taking energy away from you. The energy that you could be using, putting to work towards yourself. You need to figure out the balance that you need to have in your life to get to the place that you need to get to where you can feel and see the visions that the Most High has for you. And actually listen to them. You have to start praying for the things that you want and that you need, instead of praying yourself out of fear and out of anxiety. Do that too. But what is the work that comes behind those prayers? Are you intentionally getting up to have the mindset to help you get out of the feeling of fear, anxiety, being stressed, being negative? Are you intentionally every day working on changing the mindset that you have towards your life and the things that you have to do to get to you? A lot of times people don't want to work on themselves because of the mindset that they have. And you have to take note of the mindset that you have when it comes to meditating, when it comes to praying, when it comes to journaling, when it comes to just sitting with yourself. You have to look at your mindset. And if your mindset is telling you that you don't have time, if your mindset is telling you that you don't have to, if your mindset is telling you, oh, I'm too tired, that is your subconscious telling you that this is your norm. And there's no way that you can get out of it. So you have to consciously put into your subconscious that this is the route that you're going to take. You're not going to listen to the negative part of yourself. We're in the process of turning that part around. And that part requires work. Mindset change requires work. And it requires intention. Because that's the part that allows you to attract all the good things that is meant for you. You cannot attract all the positivity and all the abundance and prosperity of life if negative thoughts is just like up in there just knocking the positive ones out. We have to work for it. And it's a constant thing. You can't just say, oh, let me just be positive today. It is a constant mind battle. I want to say mind fuck, but it's a constant mind fuck because you it's this all day long. That's why you don't really have issues with other people. The issues you have are with yourself. Getting from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. That is work. Trust me. I wouldn't be saying it if I am not living it. Okay? It requires work. To even just stop complaining about new things. To stop being dramatize, to stop gossiping. It could take work if that's what you're used to doing. It is a conscious, intentional thing that you have to practice on a daily to change your mindset. So your subconscious could see that, oh, she ain't no drama queen no more. She ain't gossiping like she used to. Okay, we changing this up then. That's what your subconscious mind is going to do. Your subconscious mind is only acting off of how you've been doing. So it takes work and exercising of the mind and exercising of using your intentions to get to the conscious part of your mindset. It's work. That's why you need to get to work. It's all up to you. It is all up to you and how you or when you decide to. And this, like yesterday, we're moving up. We're taking we're moving up in the levels of our dreams, our purposes, our destiny. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And you're going to get there too. Soon as you say yes to yourself. Soon as you say yes to yourself. Change your habits. You don't have to change them all at once. Take a little bit, take a step. One step, step by step. It's not going to all be in 1 or 2 days. And that's another thing, patience. While you get to work on yourself, it's going to require a lot of patience. Patience. And showing yourself some grace, because the process is not pretty all the time. The process is a constant reminder that the more you do good for yourself, the more good that you will see. And that's a gift. That's a gift within itself. So just imagine as you go along your journey, the more you will receive as you pour into yourself. The more positivity into yourself. You're creating the better version of yourself. The things that happened to you in the past, the things that's happening to you right now is a part of your journey. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. So next time you stumble across a challenge, you ask the Most High, what am I supposed to learn from this? Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, what's the lesson? Show me the lesson, because I am ready to learn so I can move on to the next thing. Do not be a victim anymore, because now we know. Once I found out that the things that I've experienced and the things that I still experience, because the challenges will never leave. There will always be a test here and there, but you learn how to address them. You learn how to respond to the test. The response is, what's the lesson? Because working on yourself is a daily job. And it's a good one, because it don't feel like work after a while, because you're experiencing something totally different. You're experiencing peace within this. You're experiencing love. No longer hate, no longer negativity. And if you feel those feelings, you then will know, okay, I need to step back from this, because it's trying to bring something out of me that I don't want to come out like this. So before you respond to negativity, before you respond to anything that is coming against you, you'll know to just be quiet. You will know to just be quiet. Because another part of working on yourself is controlling your emotions. I'm going to start writing down lists of stuff. But controlling your emotions is a big one, especially for us women, right? I know that's a daily thing for me, but it's easier now. I can tell when something's testing me. I can see the test coming. So now it's like, let me just watch the test surface and let me see where it goes. And then after a while, it's like, okay, well, that person's experience is not mine. So why am I upset? Or if I am upset, I exit the conversation in a way where it doesn't hinder nobody, it doesn't cross no energies, it doesn't. I leave the conversation to go get my shit together. Okay? Controlling your emotions. Working on ourselves is freaking work. And it's good work because the outcome is amazing. Sometimes I look in the mirror and be like, yo, why I ain't been knowing about this path here? But it wasn't time for me. I had to answer to it. I had to understand that God was taking me in a few circles, and I had to recognize it was a circles. It was the circles, not one circle. It was plenty circles that I was going through or around before I could see that it's something I'm supposed to be learning from this. It's time for me to have a little bit more faith than what I have. It's time for me to step out on the faith. Now, that's when things started to shift for me. Because it was getting too painful. And it was happening over and over and over again. And then as I started to have more faith, and I'm operating off of love, and I'm learning this new way of things, and I'm learning that my mindset had me in a lot of places where I didn't need to be. So I shift. And the process could be tough, especially when you're the only one who's ever seen this before. You're the only one who's ever done this. But faith and work, and what they say, faith without work is dead. Something like that. It's true. That's why I said get to work. If it's your health that you need to be focusing on, get to work. If it's your relationship with God that you need to be working on, get to work, because you have to first work on yourself to even understand the magnitude of the relationship that you could have with God, and then the knowledge that comes with it. Get to work, y'all. If you are projecting your energy and your negativity and your trauma onto your kids, get to work. If you are being projected, if you're at work and people are projecting their mess onto you, and there's no way you can feel that you can control that, get to work, okay? Get to work. Because there's a level of protectiveness that you need. Protectiveness, is that even a word? But there's a level of protectiveness, I'm gonna say it because it fits, that you need to have about yourself, with yourself. You have to protect you. I don't care. Sometimes you have to protect your feelings and your emotions from your kids. They're people too. They're growing people, and sometimes they hurt. They hurt our feelings. And so we even have to respond to that correctly, in a way that you're teaching them and you're learning too. Look, I've been learning so much. You hear me? And there's no one that like, you're your own and better teacher along with God, okay? You have to protect your peace. You have to protect your energy. You have to. Because it's jabs all day long. You find yourself trying to miss them all day long. But it's the test. Your response has to change. Don't respond at all, depending on who it is. Everybody doesn't deserve that part of you. Get to work. Get to work. Is there anything else I need to get to work? Look, let me get my nails together. Get to work. It is time. It is past the time. You deserve it. You deserve to feel peace. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to attract all the amazing things that is yours in this life. But you cannot get there if your mind is stuck, if your body's stuck into negativity, into toxic relationships, into binding things. You have to get to work. Work on your trauma side of things. Work on the depression. Work on the anxiety. Work on removing some things out of your life to make space for better things. You attract how you feel. Whatever you feel inside of here is what you attract. Read some books, y'all. Read books, good books that's going to help you navigate yourself through this. The 4 Agreements is one. Anything, Law of Attraction. Anything, some type of self-development. Some type of self-development. And if it's hard for you to separate yourself from some of the things that you're doing, meditate on that. And start using affirmations to train your subconscious to get out of that negative pattern. It takes work. It takes work. Okay? I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, look, if you need any assistance, I'm your coach, Keela. Check me out, www.journeyofaButterfly.net, journeyofaButterfly.net. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it to your people, okay? The mission is getting our shit together, okay? Go be love, go be light, go be peace, so that you can receive love, light, peace,